And this is Sean. Now, the day that I recorded this video, I was getting a haircut. Not actually in this part of town. It was actually closer to Southport, but I stopped for a donut stands because I like Stan's Donuts. The reason that I did this video is because it just annoyed me how I'm looking at other cyclists and they're just ignoring traffic and safety ignoring safety and traffic laws like crazy. And I'm thinking, man, as another cyclist, I have to answer to these jamokes. And anytime I see a debate on the social media, cyclists say, oh, well, cars are far more, they commit far more violations than any cyclists ever do. Well, I kept videos partially to show them that's just a bunch of bull crap. That's a big lie. So that's what this is. First, I realize that doing that, there's just not enough time in the day, but recently, as of June 28th, 2021, somebody said, well, unless you show us the videos, you're just giving us anecdotal evidence. So I figured, okay, I have a whole backlog on my hard drive. So that's why this is happening. By the way, I actually live in Edgewater. For some reason, I don't have video of the portion of my ride going to Edgewater. But I figured I'm not just going to track motorists and cyclists, but also pedestrians, because the order of hell that my riding experience goes from number 1, other cyclists, number 2, pedestrians, and far number 3, motorists. I've had 2 near incidents with motorists in 7 years of riding my bike in the city of Chicago. I don't know where this is. Is this Broadway, maybe? It might be Broadway? I don't think it's... Oh, no, this might be Halsted. I don't know, but I know that Stans is on Broadway. Okay, got a pedestrian walking across here. Stop sign. Yep, there we go.
Go ahead, you're fine.
This camera actually might give a much closer angle than that appears. I may have allowed that pedestrian a little bit of room, a little bit more than it looks, but still, it looks a little bit too dangerous. I probably should have given more space there. So, pedestrian, if you're watching this, I apologize. It was totally my fault. And what street is this? I don't know. Shoot. I thought I knew this city like the back of my hand. Well, I don't know the back of my hand very well, so there you go. See, I like these one-way streets here because they're easy to deal with, easy to navigate. You might notice that I'm not going as fast as a lot of other cyclists, and that's for 2 reasons. Number 1, I have a hybrid bike, which I don't believe goes as fast as your standard street bike. And number 2, I try not to go too fast on city streets because, well, for one thing, you got stops, you have red lights. And another thing, I don't want to put myself in greater danger of getting doored. If I get doored at a slower speed, probably going to be a little bit more tolerable than if I get doored at a high speed. I've never gotten doored, knock on wood. Come close a couple of times. And when I drive a car, I make sure that I look really carefully to make sure nobody's on a bike that I'm about to open up a door on. I did door somebody, but not with a car door, but with a building door. I was leaving Sylvie's. I ran out of Sylvie's once to grab an amplifier, and there was some yutz riding a bike on a sidewalk, and it was one of those doors that opens out, and the door to Sylvie's opened right into this jackass, and he landed on his butt, and excuse me, he landed on his butt in a nearby planter, and he wasn't wearing a helmet too. Speaking of which, I am not dinging anybody for not wearing a helmet. There's no real law about that. It's just not a good idea. And I'll be happy to point out anybody who has a helmet but is not wearing the helmet on one's head. I see a lot of that. I see a lot of people with a helmet strapped to their shoulders or their butts or something, but they're not wearing it. What's the point? I don't remember what I was doing here. Maybe I was making a turn. Usually when I make a left turn, I try not to make a left turn because it's kind of dangerous. I'll go through the intersection and then wait and then go on the cross street. That might be kind of what I was doing here. But I'm not sure. Oh, where is this? Chicago. Is this Clark Street? I think Clark Street is one of those intersections. Oh, this might be that three-way intersection by Wrigley Field where Sheffield is and... oh, what's the other one? Oh, well. Things look so different. So different when you're on a bike or you're looking at a camera. Oh, there we go. Newport and Sheffield. That's where I thought it was. Strange Cargo's old location before they moved to Andersonville. My wife is a little bit upset with Strange Cargo because they don't sell shoes anymore. Yeah, I'm not going to ding that parked vehicle there because I think that vehicle was as far over as possible, so there's a little tiny overlap with the bike lane. Not a huge deal in my opinion. Not ideal, but, you know, what are you going to do? Clear my throat a lot. The thing I don't like about the camera that I use is it picks up every little sound, so every little crack in the road, it picks up. So the sound on the video is very noisy. Okay, right there, I try to stay as far away from the crosswalk as possible. And you have these people who are like, "Ew, I must be further up," so they'll go in front of the crosswalk on their bikes. Is that what people call shoaling? I never really understood the definition of shoaling. Yeah, idiot, you're on the street. Get out of the street. I think this is the first time I'd been past Wrigley since a lot of those renovations went in. I think. It's usually when I'd ride my bike to work, I'd take the lakefront trail. Sometimes I'd take Clark Street if it's particularly windy. I mean, I'm a fat guy, and wind is not my friend. And people are complaining about Wrigleyville getting all modernized and everything. Shut up. You can still get shit-faced drunk and puke in the streets. And there's my throat clearing again. Alright, these are delivery vehicles. I don't know what the rule is about parking the wrong way when dropping off, making deliveries and things, so I'm just gonna give them the benefit of the doubt this time. Yeah, that's why God made a crosswalk, folks. Use it. Yeah, really, if there's an open sidewalk, use it. Come on. Don't tie up the road and make problems for vehicles on the road, such as cycles and cars. I mean, yeah, they're supposed to yield to you, but come on, don't make it hard, all right? I stopped here for some reason. I'm not sure why. I think there's going to be a caption saying that. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I did the captions before the narration. I don't know, maybe I was maybe I was checking my messages on my phone or something. Yeah, because I stop. I stop when I check my phone messages. And I'll tell you something. If I see you on a bike and you're looking at your phone, you're holding your phone one hand staring at it while you're cycling, you better believe I'm praying to God that you have a spectacular wipeout. And you damn well better not be crashing into me when you're doing that. Yeah, and if I see you wipe out because you're on your phone, I'm not stopping to help you. Oh yeah, guess what? Pedestrians also have to obey the lights. I hate those Jersey barriers there. Well, not just there, but everywhere, because they always want to put it right up. Like, if you're driving a motor vehicle and you have Jersey barriers, they will be so close that if you so much as make the slightest tiny millimeter move over to one side, your car's going to scrape up against it. I hate how they do that. And it's not fun on a bike either. Why did I thank him? I should have shoved him over. I have not yet been inside Wrigley Field since all these new things went up. But I do like what they did outside. It looks nice. Looks pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of what they did at the Busch Stadium. I was there to see Paul McCartney a few years ago. My advice, if you're going to St. Louis from Chicago, just take Amtrak. The drive is so boring and so freaking long. 5 hours of nothing. And once you leave the Chicago suburbs, there's nothing to look at down there. Yeah, I gotta hit this white thing. Nope, never mind. I did hit a car once, a moving car, because I was still new. Well, not really new, but new to biking in the city. And I thought I had enough brake power to get me to work. Well, I did not. Thankfully, the driver of the car was a super nice guy, and he helped me get up and everything, and I wasn't severely hurt, so all I had to do was take my bike was surprisingly not damaged either. I just had to take it for a brake job, and it was fine. Yeah, I don't think that the rule in the state of Illinois, I believe, is that it's Chicago. You are not allowed to ride a bike on the sidewalk unless you're under 12 years old. I don't think that person was under 12. If an adult is on the sidewalk but accompanying a child of such age, I'll give that person a pass.
Distance 2 miles. Speed 9 miles per hour.
A whopping 9 miles an hour. Now, the cool thing about getting in a bike wreck here is there's a cemetery right there, so all they got to do is throw your body over the fence and then throw some dirt over it, so. Yeah, the camera that I use, it cuts your video up into smaller chunks, like every 3 gigabytes or something, and what happened here was either this ride got cut up and I lost the second chunk somehow, or my camera ran out of battery power, or it ran out of space on the micro SD card. So I only have the part of my ride that goes from Boystown to Uptown. And yeah, pay heed to those captions. Please do not ride your bike on Irving Park or Western or Ashland or Ridge. Yes, it's legal in the city of Chicago, but it doesn't mean it's a good idea. Just don't. You put yourself in severe danger and you'll tie up traffic. And yeah, I know that you have the right of way technically. Cars are supposed to keep 3 feet of distance from you in the state of Illinois. But you still don't want to make people with vehicles weighing several tons angry with you. You want them on your side, okay? When I'm on my bike, I do my best to make it apparent to motorists around me that I'm trying my best to stay out of their way, follow traffic signals, and whatever else have you. And I feel that that helps put other drivers at ease. Yeah, this stretch of Clark has a lot of potholes in it, like especially right after Irving Park. There's a really big one that's been there for years. Yeah, there's a cyclist that's probably riding a standard bike, a standard street bike, and ergo able to go much faster than me. And there's always a number 9 bus parked there. Always. I've never been on my bike down this stretch of Clark without a number 9 bus there. And there I am clearing my throat again. I really hate this intersection here because right after there's a really narrow stretch of road. Very narrow, not really wide enough to accommodate a car and a bike safely. So what I do, well, you're going to see the caption in just a moment. What I tend to do is if there's nobody in that sidewalk, I'll go up on that sidewalk and pedal for a little bit until I get past that little narrow stretch coming right now. See that little island right there? Yeah, that's pretty dangerous. I was very throaty that day. For some reason, it's not quite as difficult heading southbound, but northbound, yeah, it can be pretty scary. I think there were maybe 1 or 2 times over the years when I would just run that red light just to avoid any conflict, really. Okay. I don't know what that dude was doing there. I'm not going to ding that pedestrian, though, because he was off to the side. You know, not in the travel lane. Speaking of which, see that little parking section there? I usually pull over and ride in that part of the section if it's empty, just to stay as far away from traffic as possible. The recommendation is you stay as far to the right as safely possible. So, yeah, if that's safe, I'm doing it. And get a little bit of exercise. Montrose. Just crossed Montrose. Yeah, we're coming to the end of the video here. Ooh. That didn't sound good, did it? Wait, was there a... Yeah, there's a crosswalk there, yeah. Yeah, there might have been a few things I missed, and if I did, I apologize. Just point them out to me and give me a timestamp. Okay, that seemed a little bit close, but I can't really tell from the way the camera is, because it's not a flat lens right there. It's kind of rounded. Gives you a wider view of what you actually have. Or it makes it look wider than it actually is, I should say. So, there we go. From that 20-minute stretch of video. Yeah, I was thinking of not dinging that guy, but no, the sidewalk was available, so why hang out in the street?
Time 19 minutes.
There we go. For that 20-minute stretch, you can see that pedestrians were by far the biggest violator. Cyclist came in second. So, motorists, you win this one.